So something straight out of a B-movie plot somehow got an anime. And if you have no idea what series I'm talking about, and you probably clicked because of the thumbnail, I am talking about Worlds in Harem, an anime that was supposed to air at the end of last year for 2021, fall of anime season. It had one episode come out, and then it got production delayed, and so the entire series was basically pushed off for this season. And the series now is set to air every single Thursday, and the first episode technically finally came out today. And because of that, I decided to sit down and watch this. Where to even begin when it comes to World Harem? It just, like, I am someone that talked about the manga about like a year ago. I did like a first impressions of it, and pretty much what this episode covers kind of covers the content that I read when I did my first impressions. So it's pretty much the exact same thing. Like, in terms of like the adaptation from the manga to anime, it's pretty much one by one. There might be a few things removed, but overall it's pretty much the exact same thing. But let's get into the main point. You're probably wondering, okay, Worlds in Harem and all that, what is it actually about? Well, like I said, it's a kind of like something out of a B-rated film or movie or something, because it's literally about a guy that's like one of the last surviving men in the entire world, and he's surrounded by women that need to have a child. And you can already see where this is going. I mean, if you have watched a lot of anime, if you have seen a lot of, let's say, ecchi stuff, then you definitely know where this is going when it comes to this entire plot thread of Worlds in Harem. That is pretty much the main base for what the story is actually about. Obviously, there is a lot more going on that the episode tries to clarify, like, for instance, the whole Mel killer virus that wiped out everybody in the entire world that was a Mel, and, you know, the only way that someone could have immunity to it, to some degree, is by having the ones that survived it, that was cryostasis, to be able to have children. So that is the only way so far they know of to be able to, you know, get rid of the MK virus. But to go one step further as well, we also got to talk about the actual main timer, the plot thread that was set up at the end of the episode. We have two timers, actually. One is where the MC, he's going to try to find his childhood friend, someone that he cares deeply about, someone he loves, someone he made a promise with before he was frozen in cryostasis. And she's up missing. She's been gone for 3 years. She doesn't, like, nobody knows where she's at, and so he wants to find her. And if he has to, let's say, have a child and a family with someone, then he wants it to be with his childhood friend. And like I said, he doesn't know where she's at. And that kind of leads into the situation where his caretaker is like, hey, so if you really are this connected and you're willing to only have her, then you'll be fine if I send, you know, a person every single night into, you know, your room. You're gonna be able to resist, right? Basically trying to force his hand to, you know, have kids. And it's like I said, this is gonna be a controversial anime. Oh my goodness, when people really start to realize that this is coming out for this anime season and actually diving into what it is and what this episode kind of had in it, oh man, it's gonna be bad. Like, I can't even begin to imagine how the further stuff in the story is going to be, because, I mean, like I said, I'm basically anime only, because, like, the content of this episode covers what I pretty much have seen only, and I can only imagine what type of situations some of the characters are going to get into, which that's another thing. Speaking of characters, we are led to believe that there is going to be 5 Mels in the story, so basically you have one guy that apparently already woke up, and he's very active, while our main Mel character, that is the second one to wake up, he is someone that is now just trying to get affiliated with the world and what's going on, and his overall personality, his demeanor, is the exact opposite of the first guy from what we could see from the first episode's details. So there's 3 other people that we're going to be able to meet, and it definitely will kind of, you know, live up the cast a little bit, because it won't just be, let's say, one main Mel character surrounded. There'll be a bunch of Mel characters, and we kind of get to see how they would interact with this apocalyptic type of situation. It's an interesting one. Do I think that Worlds in Harem is going to be good? Probably not, no. I don't really think so. But, let's be honest, a lot of people are probably going to watch this because of what the actual concept of it is, and apparently, according to the most anticipated series for this anime season, Worlds in Harem was number 2. So, I mean, it's clear as day that people want to watch it. That's all I'm going to say. But I guess I'm going to leave it at that. If you are somehow wanting to watch something from the anime season because you're waiting for stuff to air like My Dress Up Darling, give it a shot. You might like it. Who really knows? Just try it out. Watch the first episode. There is one thing, though, that does need to be stated that I noticed while watching the episode, and that is there is a considerable drop in quality for the animation. Now, this is probably hints at the fact that it's why this series had to be delayed in the first place, because I want to make sure this is clarified. The first episode that I am covering technically has been out for months now, and it technically kind of re-aired today, and then episode 2 is going to start next week. And when you really think about it, the first episode really is telling that there is a lot of production issues behind the scenes, because there is, just constant scenes where it's just like a still frame panning, and you just hear character animation movements, basically just a character running or something or talking. You can see that continuously happen throughout the first episode. It happens within the first 5 minutes. So it definitely shows that there was some deeper problems behind the scene besides just, I guess, little tiny things that caused it to be delayed. It was something major. Probably they were not ready to really just pump out and send the product to people to actually watch. So that is something to kind of take note of, because with the multiple months now of it being delayed, it's very likely episode 2 is going to be a vast improvement in terms of art and animation in comparison to what episode 1 brought us. So if you do decide to sit down and watch the first episode today or tomorrow, whenever you watch it, do take that into consideration that it was delayed because of production, and so the first episode probably isn't going to look the best in comparison. Which, yeah, speaking of art, though, art's pretty good. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. If I'm not counting the animation, art is actually really, really good. And I actually like some of the soundtracks throughout the episode. I do feel like some of the soundtracks are a little bit dramatic, I will say, but I do think that the soundtracks are pretty nice too, so it isn't just gonna be all eye candy throughout the entire watch. Hey guys, this is future Chibi that's actually in the middle of editing the video. I just wanted to make a quick statement that so far from what I can see, Worlds in Harem is not going to be getting a official translation in, the West. So if you do actually want to watch it, you're gonna have to go through probably some roundabout means. And yes, just to make sure everybody's on the same page, there is an uncensored version. But okay, I'll leave it at that. Let's get back to past Chibi. But okay, I think I'm gonna leave it at that, though, for now. If you enjoyed this video, please help me out and leave me a like. Like, if I give you any form of entertainment, any enjoyment whatsoever, leave me a like down below. And if you want to see my content appear in your YouTube feed, then, click that subscribe button and hit that bell icon, because it'll allow you to get notified for whenever I upload. But with that, guys, be safe, stay healthy, Chibi out.